Welcome in, everybody. Vigo's Court is now in session. I am your judge, Judge Vader, and I am joined by Counselor Rambo. And today we have another trial for you, a matchup between Arctic Wolves and Metro. Should be really exciting. We saw Arctic Wolves came out with the only 12 hook 4K, right? I believe that's correct.
Yes.
Oh, and it looks like we've been raided. Thank you for the raid, Butterfly Soul.
Wispy came out.
13 viewers on that raid. Definitely appreciate you. And guys, we did get a lot of follows as well. Want to make sure all of you are appreciated. We greatly appreciate it, as well as the subs and everything else you guys do to support us. I think we're only 9 follows away from 1,200 followers. Is that right, Rambo?
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
So guys, we're close.
Yep.
That's a big milestone. We're close. And sorry, Rambo, I cut you off. What were you going to say about Arctic Wolves?
Oh yeah, I was being cheeky and was not being very responsive to you. I just said yes when you said 12 hook 4K. But yeah, Wispy came out with the 12 hook 4K against DKD using a nurse. First nurse of the tournament. 12 hook 4K, pretty dominant, but I don't think anyone who knows Wispy is surprised by a 12 hook 4K out of Wispy with a nurse, specifically with the nurse. So I'm very interested to see what they do today. My money's on Arctic Wolves. However, Metro's here for a reason. You know what I mean? And
Metro had a good showing first trial for sure.
Yeah, I've heard from other people who their money's on Metro. You know, well-respected, good, solid opinions are rooting for Metro. So this should be a good matchup. This should be really a close game at the very least.
I agree, and like really. We already saw a really exciting matchup earlier today. Don't know if everybody was in that one between UA and Prestige. And I think we're going to see more of the same, some close matches. I definitely hope for the close matches, but I think we definitely could see another close match and would really leave us in for a treat, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Man, there's just something about matches that come down to the last second that you know really get me excited. I love those. Like even though Undying Alliance won all 3 of their first trials, somehow
Jazzy still had a chance. Prestige had a chance to come back. I agree with you. I know where you're going with it. Like if they now, it did have to be almost a perfect game, but that's crazy that 3 trials can be won by UA, and then there's still a chance for the other team to go, no, that's our win. Right.
That's some American football, NBA fourth quarter. You know what I mean? That's some down to the wire. That's some Tim Depot shit right there. That's what that is.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, really, it's super exciting for us to see. We just see the map being set. So awesome. Guys, if you didn't already know, we're playing Thompson House first. This is a it's like a 4 trial matchup here, because we're going to have our survivors and our killers survive and kill on 2 different maps. So each team will get 1 go at being a survivor on Thompson House. Each team will get 1 go. Everybody done left. Oh, their game was crashing. Like no, Smiley says my game 1 minute, and so he had to reset. So you gotta wait for this lobby to come back. But yeah, they will survive on Thompson House, and they will survive again on Gas Heaven. So it'll be really exciting.
Who picked those maps?
Oh wait, I believe did. You did? You did. Yeah.
Gross. That guy's an idiot.
I can't speak to that. Where's my cop out here? I was looking for something. Oh, hey guys. So we have this amazing match, and we're waiting for the lobby. And what killers are you guys expecting to be brought to Thompson House? Let me know in the chat. I gotta know.
I go back to the first match. I'm thinking of Spirit. I'm thinking we're gonna look at a Spirit again in this first trial.
Definitely with the corn, like we said the first time, and I mean Spirit ended up doing really well getting the 4K. That corn is a tell sign for the Spirit. You're gonna go ahead and try to walk and not leave scratch marks. Well, the corn tells all. The corn will snitch on you in a minute.
Yeah, that corn's not nice. It's not forgiving.
No, it doesn't keep secrets very well either. Oh man,
it does make good popcorn though.
Yeah, and these trials can get pretty heated, so we might have some popcorn to be eating during the trial or soon after.
Pretty Good Fang, who's in the chat, she's a popcorn eater.
Oh yeah, Pretty Good Fang. Hey, will we see a Pretty Good Fang return to Vigos on a team? I wonder.
Oh, I don't know that. I have no clue. She can speak. If she wants to say she's coming back, she's welcome to speak up.
Hey, I call to action, Pretty Good Fang. I want to see you return. That's just Vader talking, okay? Just Vader talking.
So right now the chat is saying Arctic Wolves is going to win, but only by 12%. 12% is what the audience is saying. 56 to 44.
Interesting. Oh my lord. And hello chat, I'm seeing a couple hello Vaders in there. Hello chat, I'm here. We're ready to play. We're ready to play. Well, I'm ready to commentate. These guys are ready to play. All right, and I think while they are finishing getting set up, want to review some of the killer rules real quick? I think we should.
I guess.
I guess. Oh, see, I have a resistant co-host a little bit, but I'm going to review them anyway. Let's go on to killer rules. Let's go. All right, guys. So our killers are going to be scoring via those hooks, and so we are wanting them to get those hook stages there. First and second hook are 2 points. Third hook 3 points. First progression and second progression being 1 and 2 points respectively. And then if there are more progressions than 7 or 8, you get those 1 point per. If you can manage to get a 4K, you get 2 extra points as well. A Mori is the corresponding hook kill, and bleed outs are 0 points. So that gives 30 points available for the killers.
You can switch out of that killer position, by the way.
Oh, we're ready to go? I like that.
We are ready to go. Who's up for killing? Is that Wispy? I can barely see. I got pixelation on my screen.
We actually have Metro killing first, and it is Smiley. Smiley. Let me go ahead.
I wonder if everyone's gonna smile when he's done.
I think he'll be smiling, maybe. All right, and guys, if you missed the first match ended up being a 57-67 finish in UA's favor over Prestige, so that should catch you up to today, our matches for today. And it looks like we're almost loaded in, waiting on Solar Blazer to go ahead and ready up there, but there you go. You said kill based Sag. I'm seeing Yazzie DBD there. I would say our point system is very, very well balanced. It's the only point system you can see a tie really from one trial, which has been really exciting. It's led for really exciting matches, guys. Definitely keep an eye on how coordinated these survivors are, how many hooks and kills the killer can end up getting, and we may be in for another tie. We saw an almost tie between UA and Prestige the first trial.
I think we've had 2 tied trials.
We have had 2 tied trials, and we almost had a tie last round, which would have made for a third. So It's
Right.
really even scoring. In a lot of other leagues, you see killer biased scoring and survivor biased scoring, but I like to think that this is a lot more balanced, and I'm really excited and really happy that our rules committee was able to get us to this point.
Yeah, I can speak from experience. It was not easy to get there.
All right, guys, we are getting into the match, and we see a nurse. So what kind of spectator bug is this? Do you guys see that there's no corn? This is the first time I've seen this spectator bug. I don't see any corn.
Is it a spectator bug?
Or did the map get bugged? There is legitimately no corn. This is going to be really easy for us. Trying to see these survivors. This is interesting. Rambo, do you want to check with the players and make sure that they are able to see the corn? Because otherwise, we may need a reset for just DBD weirdness. Because there is absolutely no corn here. We can see that. Claudette perfectly right now. Oh man, but these survivors are definitely going at it. Having Claudette in a chase this early bodes well for the nurse, as long as we can get a hit, maybe some downs. Oh, nurse doesn't care about your pallet throws. Claudette is running around these pallets, running around. Oh, getting downed, unfortunately. So we are going to see an early hook for the Claudette. And it looks like Golden Wolves David is saying it's a spectator bug. And a lot of people may have run into this before, so hopefully the players are seeing the corn correctly. Let me try to switch to a survivor and switch back, see if it fixes it. No, there is still no corn here. Absolutely no corn here. So guys, this is going to be a really fun one to watch because unlike the killer, we get to see through the corn. And we do see Nurse going ahead and holding the survivor in the corrupt zone while still holding their blink and waiting next to this gen, making sure it's not getting progressed. Trying to hold a pretty strong 4-gen if they can hold it to late game. With corrupt being there, I think this is the right play. Go ahead and let this survivor go to second hook. Everyone can see corn except for the spectator. That is interesting for sure. So we do see the unhook happen before second stage happens. Hoping for BT here, definitely for Claudette, but it looks like Nurse is going to go ahead and yeah, Metro's gonna go ahead and take the easy down there, count to 12 and take the easy down and hook them again. All right, and we are seeing another survivor right here. Miss swing on the blink there. We do have Claudette in second stage though. This is a lot of pressure early for the Nurse, but we do still have 2 gens popping off and a third one being worked on. The survivors are definitely not out of this game. And Nurse is chasing our Nancy at this point. Nancy doubling back and still getting downed, unfortunately. That is going to give the Nurse even more pressure at this point. So we do see Claudette getting off hook, hoping for a reset, but may not have time. This Nurse may try to go there. No, Nurse sees that this middle gen is being pressured yet again. And Nurse is deciding maybe to go after Claudette before Claudette can reset. Oh, Claudette is reset, so won't get there before the reset happens. And Claudette is going to W game her way away from the hook that she was at. Oh, doubling back, still taking a hit. And we do see a deliverance play by our Nancy in this case. So the hook pressure we thought we had for the Nurse was not there. We do have Claudette running to Shack away from all the other active gens, which is a very smart play by the survivors. Keep Chase next to a finished gen and next to the Shack, which can be seen as a pretty powerful loop area. But to our Claudette's dismay, she will be exiting our trial on this hook by way of an entity sacrifice. All right, so we do have our nurse heading back to where their potential 4-gen is right now. They only have gens on this side of the map left, which does bode well for our killer if they can make the best of it. And looks like we are going to this top level here where we have found another survivor, and we have tricked them into doubling back a little bit, back into us so we could get the hit. Very good mind game by our nurse. And to my mistake, I don't think we have a true 4-gen, as the survivors were able to finish that middle gen. So if the survivors can finish any of the 3 gens next to the Thompson house, they'll be in really good position to be able to finish it and get a couple escapes in this trial. We are seeing slug pressure be a thing though, which is definitely a great for our killer. Having Solar Blazer be injured at this point does not bode well for our survivors, but we do see Nancy get right back up, and if that was Solar Blazer that picked Nancy up, you would kind of hope for a full reset, but maybe not. Maybe you're trying to escape. We do see a survivor running in the background there.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the no corn. Kind of like makes this map desolate and creepy.
This no corn thing definitely makes it interesting to spectate on our end. I think that may have been an unbreakable, judging by where Meg was right there. Meg was actually on 2nd floor of the Thompson house, so I think we saw a Nancy unbreakable at that point. I can check at the end and see if my analysis is correct. Nancy does go down now though, but Ace is able to be unhooked, and so survivors do still have 2 survivors up and able to reset at this point. And we do see Ace get reset. Nancy's going to get her 2nd hook state, but we still are in a pretty okay spot for the survivors and for killer. We're at 6 hooks right now and 2 gens left, so I would say the killer is holding most of the power at this point. Pressure is on the survivors. It's crazy as well because we can hear the corn though. The spectator bug is actually kind of funny.
I also saw the collision with the corn when she swung.
Yeah.
During the dead hard, and I could see the stuff coming up off the corn. It was very weird. I was like, "What the hell is that we're looking at?" And I was like, "Oh, it's the corn."
Yeah, it's definitely super interesting. But we are in chase yet again, and we have our Meg going down here. I think that's Meg's 2nd hook, if I'm not mistaken. No, 1st hook. This should be a 1st hook for Meg. So our survivors are resetting the Nancy, taking a little bit of pressure off themselves, but they really need to get one of these gens done. They have a lot of progress on multiple gens, but I believe as that gen is regressing on 2nd floor, I believe we still have a ruin actually. So these survivors, by not being on gen, we've seen all 3 survivors running around at this point. All the gens on the map are regressing. Nurse is gonna take that all day long. Oh, well, hey, maybe I spoke too soon because we just had the totem fall. That may have been our ruin. Can't confirm yet. And we do have our Meg going down, so that will be 2nd hook for Meg, if I'm not mistaken.
It is 2nd hook for Meg, yes. Everyone's been hooked once. One person's been hooked only once.
Yeah.
2 remaining survivors have been hooked twice.
So we're looking at a possible, if we can get Ace hooked again, I think we're looking down the barrel of, if Nurse gets a 4K, that would be a 12 hook game. It would be our 2nd 12 hook 4K from a Nurse. Do you think this is
surprising? It's a Nurse. Not surprising. It's a Nurse doing that. You know.
Yeah, for sure. But do you think this would be kind of a Metro coming at Wispy a little bit, saying, hey, you got a 12 hook 4K with Nurse, well, let's go ahead and show we've got a Nurse power of our own, we can also 12 hook 4K with Nurse?
Do you think it's them coming at Wispy, or do you think it's them looking at the map and picking the correct killer?
You know, I honestly, Nurse
maybe
on
a
this
little bit
map,
of both.
I think it's a little of both, because Nurse on this map, while it's strong to be able to go to Thompson House, we haven't seen a lot of blinks to Thompson House. The blinks have all been out actually near the corn, which you would think is not Nurse's
strong place, right?
Strong place. So I I don't know that it's this is the best map matchup for us and this is why we're doing it. Oh my gosh, the running to the corner though, such a good play here. That hook was already consumed by our Claudette earlier, and that makes this nurse have to walk so far with this survivor. And as we see, the 3-gen has been broken up at the Thompson House side of the map, because Nurse had to walk with somebody on her shoulder for so long. What a smart play by that survivor, especially knowing that they were already going down and likely to die. Nurse finding the Nancy. Unfortunately, Nancy's on death hook. She wants to try to stay up as long as possible, and it may not happen here. Oh, a stun on our Nurse. That is great. What a good play by Nancy.
You don't see that very often.
My goodness, yeah, for sure. And we see Nancy kind of escaping chase here, keeping chase long enough that Ace may be able to finish a gen.
Nancy's playing like she's a Claudette.
100%.
Where'd she go? Where did she go?
Dead Hard was a little too early.
Wow.
That if you had waited for that Dead Hard for a potential second blink, I think you're fine. But we see an early Dead Hard, and we're leaving a slug. And I don't know that Nurse can see, but we know exactly where our Ace is, because we don't have our corn in our way, chat.
Did she not kick that gen just now? Did she start to and stop?
She did stop. I think she thought she heard Ace or something. She thought she heard some breath. Oh, there's no corn on that side to protect you, Ace. I think you've been seen. And indeed, our Ace has been seen. Our Nurse knows that they are in the Thompson house here. This could spell disaster, but I think Ace may have enough time to go ahead and...
Oh, she found Hatch.
Oh, yeah, she did find Hatch. That's not good for our survivors here. Depending, though, Ace may be able to keep Chase, and if they can get Chase to go this way, they may be able to try to pick up Nancy. I spoke too soon. We are going to see not a 12 hook 4K. It'll be an 11 hook 1 progression 4K, but still a pretty dominating performance from our Nurse, especially in the first trial. How do you think how do you think that Arctic Wolves is going to respond to that?
They're just gonna have to come with the strongest things they have, because they're gonna, I mean, undoubtedly they're gonna have to come back and stop gens and get as many hooks as possible, or even force 7 and 8 progression games. So it's definitely gonna look, they got a very large uphill battle to climb here.
Indeed, and we do see the final score of that match being Arctic Wolves 6, Metro 29.
Wow, what a strong showing early. I guess I'm eating my words picking Arctic Wolves early, but you know what? They got time to come back. Arctic Wolves still got this. I'm just saying. Arctic Wolves still got this.
I am going to stay unbiased and not show my hand at who I think is going to win here. But I have I think that with Arctic Wolves, you picked the wrong team. You're having self-reflection. Oh my goodness.
I just said the word Arctic Wolves and then picked Arctic Wolves.
Dang. Well, I think that with Arctic Wolves being able to kill twice in a row, these next 2 trials, they have a chance to build the lead with 2 dominant killer performances and put the pressure right back onto Metro. But the reverse is also true. If Metro can perform very well as Survivor, we could see this get out of hand quick.
Is there still no way to refund points if you make the wrong call? Is that still a thing?
No, I'm sorry. Your points are locked in. Okay.
God damn it.
Yep. That's consequence of just trying to get a win on one side, and you were wrong.
Yeah.
Just gotta
no, I
accept
mean
it.
in the prediction.
In the prediction?
Yeah, I picked Arctic Wolves instead of Metro. Is that still a thing you can't reverse?
No. No.
God damn it.
Sorry. You've been saying Arctic Wolves this whole time. I think this is a cop-out, Rambo. I think it is. I think you just don't want to admit.
It's not. I just, I'm doing a lot back here. I'm keeping score, watching chat, looking at the stream. It's just, there's a lot going on.
Okay. All right.
Not to mention that box is like 10 pixels high. Just saying. You said calling you out. Maybe
calling me out. Guys, I did make Rambo's scene that he's looking at to see chat and everything else. I made his little layout. Yeah, I caught some of the blame there, but that's okay. That's all right. We'll work through it. We're always aiming to improve, right? So I'm waiting to get in. Oh, there's the invite. Never mind. Solar Blazer has gone ahead and invited me to the lobby and then left the party. Wispy is our killer. We will get to see Wispy again. I will invite Smiley so they can get their team in here.
Thank you, Mandy. Thank you, Mandy. I mean, pretty good thing. Thank you, pretty good thing.
Indeed.
I'm good at what I do. I don't make mistakes. Just like DVD is perfect. I am perfect.
My goodness. I did a pretty good job so far.
Except picking the wrong winner, whatever.
It's okay. It's all right. We can't be right every time. If we were, I mean, we'd be psychics and we'd be a lot richer than we are, wouldn't we? I would be making
no.
I
don't mind making the wrong prediction. I can be wrong making the prediction. What I don't like is giving people points for the wrong prediction. That's
what you did.
Yes, I picked Arctic Wolves instead of Metro, giving people who bet on Arctic Wolves the points. And so I feel awful.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
there's really no true way to rectify that.
Yeah, no, there's not. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I didn't realize that's what you were asking. I thought you were playing on words. That's why I was responding the way I was. I was like, "Oh, Rambo, silly you picking the wrong prediction."
No, I wasn't making a joke. I sincerely made a mistake that cost people their points.
My B. I didn't realize, chat.
I mean, I'm the one who made the mistake. But again, this thing's like 10 pixels high.
All right, I'll make it bigger. Hey, you can resize it right there. Resize it the way you want. All right, chat. So we are getting ready for the next match. We will have Wispy as our killer. We see Pingu and Zach saying, "Oh, Wispy, my favorite Arctic Wolves player." So seeing a little bit of talk in the pregame chat. And as the survivors are getting set up, let's go ahead and review some of our survivor rules real quick, and talk about how our survivors can score some points. All right, so our survivors score points by finishing those lovely gens. 1 point for the first and second gen, 2 points for the second and third gen, and 3 points for the fourth and fifth gen. So they really are looking to finish. What?
1 point for the first and second gen, 2 points for the third and fourth gen, and 3 points for the fifth gen.
You are correct. I misspoke. I am sorry.
And then escapes are 1, 2, 4, and 6 points. If a survivor goes unhooked or escapes only being hooked one time, they will get an extra point, where they have a possible of 26
points. Yes, 26 points is the maximum possible for survivor. 30 points is the maximum possible for killer. Which really, it sounds like, well, why would that be weird? Why would that be different between killer and survivor? But the way the points are balanced out, you could have a 8 hook 2K that results in a exact tie.
Right.
All right, and these survivors look like they are maybe set at this point, waiting on confirmation that all the survivors are ready to go. We see Ace changing wardrobe there. Deciding to go into Thompson House with shorts. I would worry about my my legs getting all cut up by that corn. My goodness.
We're just waiting on a clip to make sure that textures weren't cut out, because that is a big concern amongst teams.
Okay.
Not saying anybody actually cut out textures. We're pretty sure that this was just a glitch, a spectator bug.
Yeah, we have had some weird spectator bugs happen.
Yes, but we still need to see the clip first. So I'm just waiting on the clip to prove that they had the corn there and that it wasn't some sort of texture bypass.
Okay.
But once I get that clip, we're ready to go. The lobby's already set up and ready to roll.
Very, very nice. While you're checking on that, I'm going to go ahead and pull up our tournament bracket here. So, guys, earlier we did have...
I'm actually just going to go on a call so they can share screen, so I'll be right back. So
yeah, that works. That's fine. Earlier, guys, we did have Undying Alliance versus Prestige. We're seeing the beginning EU stuff there, so we see where Undying Alliance beat Wrecker Crew. But we did have a game earlier today that decided one of those matches. We will see another match tomorrow at 9 Eastern and another match on Tuesday at 9 Eastern between a few of our teams. So definitely we still have a lot left in this tournament. We will have semifinals and finals next weekend. A lot of exciting things going on with Vigos. So, chat, if I was the other team here, if I was Wispy, I would bring my best killer. And what I will say, Wispy having the 4K with Nurse, 12 hook 4K before, apparently Wispy in response had said that Nurse is their 4th best killer. I don't know what they will bring, but that is a really strong thing to say. That's my 4th best killer that I got a 12 hook 4K with in a comp setting. So I am excited to see what we can find from Wispy. Oh, well, that's interesting. I'm just noticing that my co-host screen has turned into watching something else, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the eject button on the DVD player over there. Give me a second. Let me go ahead and just... Yep. All right. It's ejected. So what does chat want to see? I want to know, what do you guys want to see from Wispy? What kind of killer would you want to see on Thompson House? Knowing that we will have to have another killer on Gas Heaven too, so we got to think about what killer may be better used on Gas Heaven than Thompson House. Personally, I think we could have numerous good killers. We could see a Spirit, which is what we were expecting originally, and I think having already used Nurse, I think we may see a Spirit this round. Oh, we see Smiley drop out of the lobby. So we're going ahead and waiting for our survivors to get set. You want to see Trickster? Oh my lord. I think in response to that dominant performance from Nurse, I severely doubt we'll see a Trickster, but Dazzy, I understand wanting to see a Trickster. I would say if Little Rugard was playing, I would definitely want to see a Trickster as well. Evan? Oh my lord. You want to see a Trapper as well? Ooh. Trapper on Thompson House. I don't think we'll see it, but these are some, if they're done well and they end up being a 4K, it's so spicy. We love to see those plays. Oh my lord. And guys, we are going ahead and still waiting on this. I may actually run to be right back real quick. While we're trying to get this set up, we're trying to make sure that all of our textures load for this next match. We'll see you momentarily. So guys, we are still working on getting the next match started, but I went ahead and came back for all of you. Court is definitely still in session. I'm looking at the chat and I'm seeing some spicy things. I'm seeing we want to see Rambo's beard. As soon as Rambo gets back in here, we can request the beard. Pretty good fang. We can definitely do that. Although, well, it's up to him. I can't say that he will for sure. We're still just kind of in a holding pattern, guys. They're trying to do a film review, making sure that the textures are loading for everybody and making sure that we don't need a game reset or make sure that there aren't anything that there's not anything wrong happening or in place. So that is what is going down right now. I do want to take this moment to thank everybody for being here, sticking with us, and having showing support with the raids, the follows, the subs. That definitely helps us out quite a bit as we are trying to get this league back up and running the way it was before we had to shut down for about 6 months or so. And guys, I think it looks great, right? Isn't the production quality here amazing? That's a shout out to Rambo, the rest of the production team, rules committee, Amy, and the mods. Everybody is working as a team here to make sure that we can be the best Vigos court for all of you. So we're still just waiting a little bit. How is chat doing today? How's everybody's day been? Just while we're waiting, I want to make sure that everybody's doing all right. Make sure that we're not just sitting here twiddling our thumbs. The survivors are sitting in lobby. I'm sitting here with you, practicing my radio voice. Oh my goodness. Am I showing my Discord over here again? Let's go ahead and get rid of it. Eject it. Static, please. All right. Have everybody watched the previous games on Vigos? Give me your thoughts, guys, on how the previous games went. How you feel about where Vigos is right now, the level of competition you've seen. I want to know. I am in need of your input on that. As we continue to wait. You want to play DBD with me? Pretty good, Fang. I'm always down to play DBD with you. Anytime. Anytime. In fact, how late are you going to be up today? Because I will be streaming tonight, and I will be looking for Swiffers. And no, I don't mean like kitchen dusters. I mean people to Swift with, all right? I'm looking for Swiffers. It could be you. Hey, yeah, Rabid Rachel, if we have pretty good Fang, yourself and me, we are all Fang mains, so that would be good. What's the delay? Corn. So the delay right now is that we have been asked to do a film review, make sure that the texture is loaded on both sides. That way no one team had a competitive advantage over the other. So Rambo is currently going and doing that film review, similar to when you watch any other sports cast, right? And they're like, oh, that play is under previous review. So we're in review right now. That is our holdup here. But yeah. Can you DM me to Swift? Of course, yeah. I'm always down. Guys, you can find me on Twitch at the OG Vader. And I play with viewers all the time, as well as I'm looking to build a community of just like-minded people that want to all play Dead by Daylight. So you can catch me over there on Twitch, and anybody that's here can go ahead and join my Discord over there. Go ahead and join the community. Swift with me often. I love doing it. I am a variety streamer, so I do also play other games. Just let me know. We can get it popping. We love to vibe. We do see all the survivors drop out at this point. I don't know what's going on here. Rambo did rejoin, so let me know what's happening.
We have a rule that they have to record their screens.
Okay.
I'm 99.9% positive there was corn on his screen. Like, unless he's just that big brained that when we saw survivors that were in the corn, he went the other way to kind of prove that he had corn, right? Problem is there's no footage to prove it. So since there's no footage to prove it, we found a compromise. We're going to do -5 points on a replay, and I'm going to go sit in and watch the game. So I won't be here to cast with you. I'm going to go sit in and watch the game, but we're going to redo the match.
So that's a redo. It will be it'll be Metro killing again. Is that correct?
Yes, Metro's killing again.
Okay, so full reset. Back to, so it'll be like 0 to -5 for Metro, because you said Metro is taking a penalty.
Yep.
Okay. All right, chat. So you heard it here first. That is the way the scoring is going. We should see the scoreboard update here momentarily, and then you guys will have me, just me. Rambo won't be able to co-host with me. He's got to go and do ref things. So it's just me. Are you guys ready? I'm ready. Let's do it.
Sorry, I gotta figure out my way out of here. There we go.
Yazzie, confirm spectate bug because there's no corn. I totally get it, and definitely within the rules and regulations of Vigo's court, we do have in there that all footage has to be recorded and has to be playable, right? So definitely I am glad that they were able to come to a compromise, because as it is written in the rules, that would have been full points go to Arctic Wolves, and Metro would have taken a 0. So the opportunity to replay definitely is really good for us to be able to do. I'm glad that the team was able to come to a compromise with Rambo, our ref. So let me see. It looks like is Solar Blazer going to be our killer, or no? Smiley will likely be our killer again, right? I would expect. Maybe run back Nurse as well, or we may see a new killer. We may see a new killer indeed. Time and date is there, only file size. And definitely, guys, during these qualifier tournaments, these are kind of a test for our rules as well. This is kind of our test run for Vigos, being able to see, do our rules work before we get to actual league, and if anything needs to be adjusted. So guys, definitely any feedback you have there, definitely like hold it, have it be constructive feedback, and then we will take it before we go into league. We're going to have like a 3-week break where we're going to meet with our rules committee, and we're going to make sure that we look at every situation like this one, and we make sure that when we come back for league, we're doing it the right way. So definitely, we knew coming back from a 6-month break and redoing everything, like all the rules are new casters. I haven't done this on Vigos before. This is all new graphics. So for sure, all of this is kind of a work in progress. and we had gone back and forth on whether to stream the qualifiers, as we knew it was a work in progress. We decided to go ahead and stream, give you guys a sneak peek of what we're going to see when we go into League, as well as it gives us a chance to test our things. So we are able to go ahead and adjust accordingly before we go into League play. And for sure, we always want you guys' suggestions, but we're definitely going to need to have our rules committee look into situations like this, and we'll have all of the team captains kind of agree to the rules, and everybody knew the rules that we had for this tourney before starting it. So just kind of unfortunate that we have a corrupted file, but it's good that we're able to make it work. This penalty does not knock Metro out of the game by any means. I think that we may see like a spectator bug reset, or yeah, definitely what we have right now is you have to either record or screen share to staff, which is why Rambo is going ahead and leaving me on my own forecasting right here so that he can screen share and make sure that any spectator bugs that happen are just that, spectator bugs, and not competitive advantages. Because what we don't want is for either team to feel slighted as well. So that is the unfortunate kind of middle ground that we have to hold, right, as league organizers. I think we're getting close to being able to go again. I'm waiting on a message from Rambo saying that I am good to go ahead and get out of this position here. Am I able to go ahead and ready up? Well, not ready up. I'm not playing killer. Not me. Can I go to spectator yet, though, is the question. You hear my aggressive typing, chat? Aggressive typing. All right. Can't start with 2 killers. Indeed, we can't. So I am able to switch now. Guys, we are ready to go into the next, into the first match. And guys, discussion definitely is good within about the rules, and let's definitely keep it constructive as well. That's what we're wanting. This is how we improve, definitely, for the league. All right, and it looks like we are about to connect into the next match. So I am going to go ahead and review our penalty rules real quick. All right, so penalties. Matches with penalties may be played out, restarted, or both. 2 of the same survivors, a -5 point. Banned perk item add-on, -5 points. Impossible restart. Loading into wrong map, -5 points as well. Harassing ref, -10 points, no restart. Using exhausted killer, -10 points, new restart. Using players not on roster, -10 points per match, no restart. Refs may choose not to call a restart based on effects of the game. And we are about ready to go into the match. We'll go ahead and we'll show our game screen here as we are ready to go. And we do see our nurse run it back, and this time we are seeing our corn. The spectator bug is not here. And nurse is looking for our survivors, it seems. Finding a chase early again, finding 2 survivors up here. This is boding well for our nurse already, which is good because our nurse already showed that she is competent and had a strong showing. And we do get a hit on our Claudette here, able to go ahead and pressure these survivors very early on. Ooh, a double back from our Claudette. And I think it's smart for our nurse there to hold the second blink. I don't think you get the second blink, so it's smart to go ahead and hold it. And we do get a very early down here. This nurse is proving, hey, spectator bug or not, I still am going to perform well. And I would say that's exactly what you need to see from this nurse. All right, and we do see our nurse finding more survivors on this other gen here. Oh, maybe I've lost them in the corn. But no, they do find our Adam in the corn and get a early hit. One gen does pop off, but our nurse actually has a pretty good setup here with what gens are corrupted. The unhook does happen here as the nurse is going back, and this is very good for our nurse. Our nurse looks like she's going to pressure that Claudette, maybe count to 12 and go ahead and take the down here. 360 hit. Look at that. Love it. Little bit of cheekiness. It's so good. And our survivors have 2 hooks on their Claudette. Not a lot of other survivors have been really chased, other than Adam had a hit initially, but the reset happened quick, so we are seeing some good coordination from these survivors. Oh, shining the flashlight at the ground a little bit there. All right. We do see Adam go down quickly this time, next to the shack. Gotta wonder, where is that basement? Is it in the shack? The basement may be in the shack, but the nurse is not taking Adam there. We do see the nurse looking for the other survivor that may have been on this gen near the shack. A little paranoid about this gen being pressured. All right, we do see our Claudette getting off hook and also being reset, which is important for our survivors trying to keep the pressure off them. In that first match against this same nurse, they were able to have pressure on them because they were not able to reset fast enough. Oh, and we do see our Nancy up here, and we see our nurse just holding the blink. Nurse dropping chase and going towards the other hook. Possibly counting where the survivors should be, counting the seconds until they may try to go for a save. The survivors are looking at having a progression to a second state here. And it looks like that is what we will see, is a early progression to second for Adam. We do see a totem fall. Unsure what totem that is, but we see a totem fall. We do see our Nancy go ahead and take a hit here early. Well, and our Nancy will go ahead and run W game on. We found our Claudette again. This is death hook for our Claudette if they end up getting hit and going down. Oh, electing not to take the window. Probably a smart option there, but ending up still going down. No pallet there to save you. So we will see Claudette get eliminated from the game. We will see our Adam get unhooked shortly before almost having a full progression to death. Adam getting the full reset, leaving the pressure off of the survivors. And we do see another gen pop. That allows for our survivors to go ahead and pressure these last couple gens. I think they have eliminated the potential 3 gen. So survivors can relax a bit and try to get these last 2 gens out without having to try to pressure a 3 gen. But this nurse is not going to let them relax too much. giving a lot of pressure in chase to these survivors. Nancy may want to find a reset here soon. Adam going down again. Adam will be a death if he goes down. And here is the Adam going down. That is going to be a death hook for Adam, which leaves 2 survivors to finish these last 2 gens. That gives Nurse the clear advantage here with her high mobility and missing on a gen. We may see the Nurse go ahead and chase this healthy survivor. Oh wow, that was kind of a cool audio cue, wasn't it, chat? All right, our survivors are running around, and we are seeing 2 injured survivors at this point. Nancy unable to heal herself, I don't think. This is not boding well for the survivors if one of them goes down here. We could see a 12 progression game again, this time with less gens being completed on the AW side. Oh, Arctic Wolves is needing to finish those gens, get them knocked out. So we do see another gen fall, which puts them at 6 points, same as what they had last time. And if Nancy goes down, now that the Nurse knows where Nancy is, we may see the survivors get potentially the same amount of points they got last time. Oh, Nurse went up here. I don't think Nurse paid attention to the fact that the crows actually flew on the left side. There's Nancy. And that will be a 12 progression game for Metro. So even with the 5-point deduction, what's Nurse doing? What is Nurse doing here, chat? Nurse is looking and saying, do you want to crawl to the hook? Maybe. Waiting for the death, maybe? Wanting the survivor to drop down. Survivor does drop down, and Nurse is kind of just letting the game hold here. I don't know, maybe waiting for an unbreakable? Definitely Nurse could go ahead and close this game out with a hook. Nurse is just choosing not to yet. Playing with the survivor a little bit here. Playing with your food, if you will. Entity may grow impatience though. But this is a really strong showing for our Nurse, for Smiley here. Having to reset and having the survivors have already played against you once, even today on the same map, running it back is kind of not what you want, right? So being able to get the same result as the first game is definitely very powerful as a killer. It kind of proves the no, I beat you the first time with skill, and even when you know what I'm bringing, I'm beating you with skill. There is the deli play. And a down. And do we see the Nurse go ahead and close hatch first? We will see the Nurse go ahead, go and close hatch. I wonder if the Nurse knew that the deli was in play. And I think Nurse needs to go ahead and hook here, because otherwise there would be no bleed out point if Nancy were to bleed out. I would go ahead and pick and just go ahead and hook. But we're gonna let the survivor crawl all the way to the corner, and then I guess we'll hook them then. Like I said, though, this is a really strong showing by the killer. Definitely very good for Metro, showing that, hey, go ahead, give us a 5-point penalty, and we're still going to assert dominance in this match and really put pressure back on Arctic Wolves. Arctic Wolves needs a strong killer showing to keep themselves in this match. Metro is definitely showing that they have the killers that can take this match away from Arctic Wolves. And I definitely think this nurse had a little bit of benefit of facing these survivors once before. If these survivors didn't change their builds around, this nurse knows what to expect from them. All right, guys, so we do see a very similar score. Arctic Wolves 6, Metro after that penalty 21. So Metro still very handedly in the lead here. And yes, Ryan, definitely nice corner, like this gameplay, very optimal. We do like the corner play. The corner play very nice. All right, and so we are ready to get into our next lobby. And we will go ahead and just keep this going. Wispy already ready in the killer slot. I will go ahead and switch to killer to block us from going into the next game.
Well, hello!
Hello! How are you, Rambo?
I'm as okay as one can be in this very awkward situation.
Understandable, understandable. That was still a very good round from the nurse.
Yeah, it's ended up being what 5 and 8 point difference from
Yeah,
like,
because of the progressions.
yeah,
The progressions
and
then the penalty.
and then the penalty. So
Yeah.
it just makes the game a little closer, but it was basically the same performance. One extra gen got done. Oh, actually, with the one extra gen, it was a 6 point difference.
I thought the same amount of gens got done. They were down to 1 gen.
Were they?
Yeah, same amount of gens got done. So that was about the same performance, actually.
It was about the same, yeah.
Which is crazy. That is great. And hi, Surveillance, I see you in the chat. I definitely agree. Using Delhi actually did give Metro an extra point because they were able to get the extra hook instead of having another progression. All right, so we do have our survivors starting to fill in here.
And to be clear for those who might be curious, I'm the one who called the foul. I called the foul because apparently in my time away in the past 6 months, hacks have become more prevalent. There's even a website you can go and just grab, I don't know, like 60 hacks off of.
It's definitely true. It's a little bit rampant, and I know a lot of even fog whisperers are trying to get behavior to go ahead and patch those things out of the game, but there definitely are abilities to remove textures and stuff with certain other programs within Dead by Daylight. So definitely have to take the precaution, as even in public matches, I personally have matched against 3 killers against 2 survivors in a public match. Insane to see. You get a trickster, a wraith, and a trapper all in the same match. Very yuck. Don't like.
Doesn't sound like I would like that.
No.
But yeah, so no one made an accusation. I'm the one who said, "Oh, textures cut out. I need to actually make sure that nothing was done." Even though I know we wouldn't see it on the spectator side, we don't know how this rubber band code that is Dead by Daylight's code is affected by hacks. I've seen some pretty crazy videos of how the hacks affect the game. So and I don't know how that affects spectators, because you don't really see it on the spectator side.
Indeed. All right. And so at request of Amy, I went ahead and I showed Vami Mami. Vami Mami is showing instead of my bleat. Let's go ahead and zoom in here.
Amy would ask for Vami Mami.
Amy asked for Vami Mami last night. Definitely.
Sorry. Love you, Amy.
My goodness. And so definitely Wispy knows they should be recording gameplay. That way, hopefully, we don't have to screen share in there. But if we are having any recording
he
issue,
showed me. Yeah, he showed me the clip that had the time and the date. Everything was stamped correctly, but it was corrupted.
Interesting.
So
that's so
what do I
unfortunate.
do?
That's the
what do I do in that situation?
It's the weirdest one-off, right? Like,
Yeah.
you never think that's going to happen. Oh,
No,
I recorded
but
it, and now it's corrupt.
As a filmmaker, I shot a whole movie once, and very idiotically wasn't exporting as I go. And we got down to the editing bay, and I had 10 corrupted clips because a whole card was basically corrupted.
Oh, that
and
sucks.
I had to regather all the staff and go out to shoot these 10 scenes. Well, they weren't even 10 scenes, it was just 10 shots. So not as bad as maybe whole scenes being corrupted, but yeah, it's a life of hardship whenever you're dealing with technology.
Indeed. And with Wispy killing now, and there being it looks like a 11-point difference, or no, a 15-point difference between these two teams. Sorry, I'm bad at math, y'all. Don't blame me. I actually know how to do math, but just not right there. So we're gonna ignore that. But 15-point difference. You think that Wispy pulls it back this round?
I mean, we know Wispy's a strong killer.
Indeed.
I will say I'm very surprised by Metro's performance just now. But again, also it's a nurse. So I really just don't know. I'm in this like damned if I say anything, damned if I don't say anything kind of situation. So I don't know.
You're kind of awestruck right now, huh? Like,
I mean, that was a dominant ass nurse performance.
It really was.
It was very reminiscent of Wispy's work nurse performance. So I don't know, but we did say at the very beginning this was going to be a close game, and this is probably going to be a close game.
I do think so as well. I think this is going to come down to which side has the better killer and which survivors make the least amount of mistakes.
Absolutely, 100%. That's what this is going to come down to. Then again, that's kind of like saying football. That's kind of like saying, whatever team scores more touchdowns is going to win. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, indeed. All right. So as I almost choke on my own spit, chat, let me go ahead and I think I'm ready to get out of spectator, correct? I mean, get out of killer into spectator, right? Not quite yet?
Let me just confirm.
All right, not quite yet. We're almost ready, but not quite yet. All right, and then this is where your prediction will come in for the second trial. How do we think this is going to go? So we're about to find out how Wispy's going to do in their first match. And I think Wispy might bring a spirit is what I'm expecting. Just don't know. I don't know. But we do see Wispy in chat here saying, this the same Wispy that plays Golden Wolves? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. If you guys are familiar with Wispy, you know that Wispy is going to be coming out pistols firing, trying to make sure that this game is falling in Arctic Wolf's favor.
I think we're good to switch.
Very nice. I will go ahead and switch and let these survivors know they are good to go. Well, it did type it. Okay, sweet. I have let these survivors know they are good to go. Whenever they feel like readying up, we're ready for them. All right, guys. So we have reviewed our killer rules, our survivor rules, our penalties, and we may not have reviewed our bans actually yet. So let's go ahead and do so now. All right, so bans and builds here. We're using yellow items and below, and that goes for add-ons as well. No duplicate items except for borrowed time, and only one of each item may be used by each survivor team. Banned perks are Prove Thyself, Haunted Ground, Starstruck, And trust me, those gens definitely still fly off the shelves without Prove Thyself. So, love to see it. Match results are subject to review in case of suspected cheating, and all gameplay must be able to be provided or screen shared. All right, and I think we're about ready to go into match, actually. Let's go ahead and go. Oh, we see a twins from Wispy. Interesting.
Oh, interesting.
I actually don't hate this play. I like it quite a bit. Definitely, if you are possibly going for a 4K with the least amount of gens done, you're going for a 4-man slug. So definitely, I could see this play being very advantageous.
Right, especially in this first trial, since they're about to kill twice in a row. So they'll know where they stand and if they need to pull out the spirit, or if maybe they can relax a little bit and go Oni or Bubba or something.
Yeah, and I do think that Gas Heaven is a little bit more of a more balanced map on the killer side, being able to not have that corn in your way blocking line of sight. So a lot of your other killers you may have wanted to bring may perform better on Gas Heaven than on Thompson House. So I totally understand possibly wanting to play it this way. Oh, and we do see Ace getting hit right at the pallet. Ace was trying to play that loop really well and just was unable to there. Taking the hit from Victor and staying near another survivor, allowing for Killer Instinct. What do you think about letting Killer Instinct show your other survivor positions?
Oh, man. That's probably not the wisest idea in a game that is going to clearly come down to killer performances.
I agree. I think it gives the killer too much information. They
doesn't seem to be using it in the way that I would expect her to.
I think she's using it perfectly, actually. I disagree with you there, because you know that those two survivors are kind of running right there, or are near that gen, but you want to make sure that the other person progresses to second hook. So you're trying to keep Zarina from going to that hook and getting the unhook. Meanwhile, you're keeping these other 3 survivors at bay. Go ahead and... No? Okay, yes. Lock him in the locker. Love to see it. Gonna go ahead and retrieve, possibly. Oh, we see Zarina trying to block. I think that's gonna go ahead and be a grab for you, Ace. You're already injured. So yes, we are going to see another hook here. But we did see the Nancy get unhooked, and I think that's going to result in a reset right there. So making sure that they're not going to be downed by Victor as easy. We did see the reset there, but we do see Victor going after an injured survivor here. May not bode super well for the survivor here, but a missed pounce allows for the survivor to crush, which does give the survivors more time before Victor has to come back out and try to get Pingu here.
With no gens done, it feels like Wispy has a whole lot of pressure, a lot more pressure than the hooks would indicate.
Yeah, having 3 hook stages at this point definitely would lead to believe. And we do see Ruin there as the survivor got off that gen, and leaving Victor over there as surveillance. We are having Wispy put a lot of pressure down on the map and pressure the gens. Not as worried as much about those hook states as they are about protecting those gens and having injured survivors running around. And you see the power of Twins having Victor be over next to the shack and giving surveillance while Charlotte can go pressure other things. This is definitely a very good showing for our Twins.
I can't say that I'm used to seeing Twins played this way. I'm used to seeing slugs and
Unlucky.
generally lots of injured people types of situations. She's doing a lot of control with this. It's very interesting.
Indeed. I think losing that totem right there, depending on what that was, if that was indeed our ruin totem, I think you'll see that kind of change a bit. I can't say yet at this point, but having Ruin up allows you to play this surveillance a little bit.
Oh,
yeah, I think that's exactly what the survivors wanted, though. That's the reason they stayed paired like that. They knew Victor would be able to get that, but they're not worried about it because they're wanting to get this pallet stun here, it appears.
Gonna make her waste time looking around.
Yeah. Oh, excellent use of Victor here. Look. Go ahead and put Victor on so you can go ahead and monitor. Oh, and they still were able to get it off. No way.
Oh, wow. Oh, and then the teabag for the BM.
Amazing play from Metro. I didn't know if they were going to be able to get that off or not, and they performed perfectly as they needed to there. I think what needed to happen there to prevent that from happening on Wispy's side, if you had been on the other side of the pallet and picked up, then you blocked Claudette from being able to drop the pallet from that side. She would have had to run around alongside. You know which side of the pallet she's on. So
Claudette didn't make the stun, though. Wasn't it Nancy? I think it was Nancy who made the stun.
No, I think... maybe. It could have been Nancy.
I'm pretty sure it was Nancy who made the stun.
Mm.
Hold on. I'm watching the replay now. It wasn't Claudette.
Not Claudette?
I don't know who that... It was Zarina who made the stun.
Zarina was the one down.
Oh, she was the one teabagging.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I think it was Claudette. It was Claudette there, so we could have seen a block if we had just been on the other side of it, but that's all right. The survivors will take that opportunity to finish more gens. And we do still have a lot of pressure from Wispy being put down, but it's pretty even at this point. We've got 4 hooks, 2 gens left. We don't know what else Wispy has in her arsenal for perks here. We don't know if there's a potential no-ed at the end. Looks like we are going to camp this down to second hook here. Survivors probably progressing other gens. And as we can see here, there is a little bit more camping going on now from Wispy and less of the and we are getting the crush. Ooh, but they unhook right here next to Charlotte as well. I don't know if I would have unhooked that fast, but it looks like the Charlotte is gonna go ahead and go away and go towards the ace, try to get the survivor through the window.
Oh,
that was such a good pounce, and we saw Wispy was going for those pounces earlier and kind of getting messed up, getting behavior to a point, because kind of glided off the window in Shack a couple times trying to get through the window or trying to get over the pallet, but able to hit that shot perfectly.
Talk about threading the needle.
Exactly. That's almost like the best little Huntress hatchet you could get. We do see all 3 survivors on this side at this point, so no survivors are touching gens, and I believe that with that gen regressing right there that we had never touched, I think Ruin is still up. Can't confirm, but I believe it is. So having no survivors on gen, oh yeah, we do see regressing gens. So that is indeed what the Twins will want to have happen, is nobody on gens. Take that all day. So we do see injured survivors with the exception of Smiley. I want to see these survivors go ahead and reset. Otherwise, they are susceptible to a potential Victor play. We do see the reset on Marco at this point, which is excellent move from the survivors. Make sure that Victor does not have any power over your injured survivors. As we had already talked about, one of the greatest ways to play Twins is to kind of slug multiple people and then try to hook them. we are seeing Wispy take a different approach to twins, and it is kind of refreshing because a lot of people end up seeing twins, especially when you're playing against twins, and go, oh no, welcome to Slug City, I want nothing to do with this. But we're seeing kind of a different way to play from Wispy.
Either Slug City or Body Block City.
Indeed, and we're seeing two different ways to play. Oh, looks like we may have been too quick to respond to the killer instinct there, not being able to see where the survivor actually is located. And we do see a little bit of rapid switching here. I think you do wait until you see that surveillance there on killer instinct. Unless this gen right here is the one being progressed. It's not Shaq being progressed, it's over there. So go ahead and run closer possibly, and ooh, maybe incapacitate a survivor. Not quite, and getting kicked is Victor. Those missed pounces are being punished quite a bit by these survivors.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We do see Victor coming out once again, just going, oh, well, that's fine if you want to kick me. I will just come out again and again and again. And we do see the kick one more time from our Claudette here. Survivors really, really putting down a lot of pressure.
And they're really punting Victor this game, huh?
They really are. Victor's kind of getting the raw end of the deal here. We do see Victor able to get a piggyback ride. First time in a little bit for our poor Victor here. Charlotte's gonna go ahead and chase this Claudette, get a quick hit on Claudette, let Claudette escape a little bit. Uh-oh, somebody is near our Victor, and they're over in that other area. Do we end up giving them chase, or do we chase the Claudette? It looks like we're going to go ahead and give them chase. And looks like they're running towards this other gen, possibly our only healthy survivor. But you do know, because of the crushing of Victor, that those two survivors that went up to that other side of the map are likely resetting. So I'd like to see the twins pressure that, because you don't want to let them reset, because then you're right back where you were. And we do see Pingu reset here, and I'm likely going to see
is that a 3-gen back there though? Is she protecting her 3-gen? Is that what's happening?
Maybe. Yeah, we are seeing a reset here as well. And we do see the down, and we do see the kick. I can't tell if we do have a 3-gen back there or not. I'll have to judge that. I really think I saw one.
I think it's between one in the corn, one in, and then in the killer shack.
It's kind of a loose 3-gen.
Yeah,
it's a really loose 3-gen. So I wouldn't want to necessarily pressure that as hard. More the 3-gen would be mid, like direct center, that one we just passed in that structure, and then on the other side, allowing Shaq to go. I think if you let Shaq go, that gives you a little bit more power. But with being able to confirm the kill, wow, what a pounce. With being able to confirm the kill on the other survivor there, the pressure is on these survivors now. Wispy has good control over this match, reining it in at this 2-gen mark. We may see a similar performance to the nurse, where that finishing that final gen is just very difficult. Twins, I think, definitely the right play on this map from what we're seeing.
Right, and see, I wouldn't have thought that, but you know, I'm being schooled. I'm being learnt some knowledge.
You're being learnt today. Wispy says, oh, you don't think Twins is a good matchup on this map? Well, let me show you why Twins is. Let me show you how to use them in a way that you haven't seen before, with another Victor pounce on the healthy survivor, incapacitating them. Normally, what I feel like I see from other Twins is you hit them with your M1 and you go after with Victor in wanting to down them. You're wanting to use Victor just for the downs and get massive slug value. And we do see the slug here because we don't want a hatch escape possibly, and we're going to go ahead and pressure and look for a Nancy. And we heard the progress on the other oh, we found a Nancy. Nancy has a med kit. You have to wonder if she's out of out of med kit
I thought she
possibly.
missed that.
Definitely not. Being near that pallet kind of locked her into where she was at there. And Wispy going to get the 4K with 2 gens left. So actually a better performance than what we saw from our nurse with the Metro, but an unbreakable play. Unbreakable. So we may actually see an escape if they can find the hatch, and in which case I will have to eat my words, chat, as the survivors can still turn this around. I was not expecting the unbreakable play, and Wispy, thinking they ran along this side of the map, is gonna go ahead and try to
Deli over there.
chase.
Finger's got Deli over there. I'm waiting on the Deli play.
Oh my
I guess we probably would have already seen it by now.
I think we would have by now, but Charlotte may be close enough that Pingu's not wanting to do it. I think that we may see Nancy actually go and unhook Pingu, actually. And it looks like Charlotte is going to go ahead and walk down closer to this this side of the map. I gotta wonder, has Charlotte already found possibly that little hatch bug? Oh, never mind. Charlotte has found Nancy.
I think that's the more important find here.
It definitely is.
Oh, did she thread the needle? Oh,
through the window, but right over the head of our Nancy. Kind of
crouch? Is that how it was missed?
I don't think it was even a crouch because it was mid fast fault. I think it was just a little bit too high because the fast fault still has the hitbox being pretty low. If you aim at the top of the window, or if you get the top middle section of the window, you're unable to hit a lot of survivors. You see that with a Huntress that throws over a survivor that's vaulting. So I think that is what we saw there, but we do see the 4K with 2 gens left. So that is a dominant performance from Wispy, and it actually flips the entire board back into Arctic Wolves' favor. We're sitting at 32 for Arctic Wolves and 25 for Metro. So after we were looking at the dominant performance from the nurse, we have Arctic Wolves showing, hey, don't count us out. We're still very much in this. And in fact, we're trying to take the lead and take the game into our own hands and put the pressure back on Metro.
Wow, this is a blood pumping. Oh, Kopi nominated a high five. You're gonna have to high five yourself.
Oh,
look, I
Lord.
can figuratively high five you. I can mental high five you.
So this means I get to do like a homeschool high five. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, high five has been nominated. High five passed. All right. So I got to high five myself. I like that. Right hand, left hand, you got to meet. Was it a nice meeting? I think so. All right, cool. All right. Let's go ahead and get ready for our next match. Is Wispy staying as killer? Does anybody know?
Hey chat, since I messed up the prediction last time, do y'all think rectifying it by picking the other team this time fixes the problem, or should I just move on as if it didn't happen? Let me know quickly.
Oh my Lord. So I think that Wispy may be playing again. Oh, we got Pingu talking a little bit of trash talk in the pregame chat. And Wispy confirms there is no other Arctic Wolves killer other than Wispy. So Wispy will be our killer for this next match.
Would it have been tied? It would be 30-32 without the 5-point penalty.
30-32 in no, because it was a progression game. It wasn't a 12 hook game, so that would have been 28
oh yeah
points.
Actually, yeah, so Metro would be up by No, it'd be a tie game. It'd be a tie game.
28-28. It wouldn't be tie because
It'd be 32-32.
it would be a 2-point difference. The reason I say that is because Arctic Wolves was able to finish one more gen on their survivor side than Metro was, so we would have had a 2-point difference. Plot twist, Vader knocks himself out with the high five. You know, if I caught it in the middle, I bet I probably would have. Oh man.
Oh, Direwolf wants a channel point reward where casters have to dye their hair pink. I'm kind of in favor of this. I would love to see Vader with pink hair.
This is pain. I don't want pink hair. Although, if I did pink hair, then I would be able to. I'd be able to do like a. I don't know how many anime watchers we have here, but I love myself some Jujutsu Kaisen. I could be a good Itadori at that point. Yeah, especially if I just dye the top pink and then leave the sides dark brown. Oh yeah, then I wouldn't even need a wig. It'd be good. But I don't want pink hair. Please don't do that to me. I have meetings to go to for my day job, guys. Right. I don't want to have to go to meetings and have pink hair.
You could do a temp color.
That's true. Yeah, do the temp spray.
Yeah.
Possibly. All right, we'll revisit that.
Pink hair Vader. Pink hair Vader.
Why can't there just be like a point redemption for like me to put on the Trapper mask or something? Come on, guys. Come on. Something easy.
Is that a fair compromise?
I'd like it. I can't wear my headset if I have that, so I'd probably have to go invest in some earbuds, but you know. I think we're ready to go, aren't we?
Yeah, I said switch.
Oh, my bad. You know, so even with my headset, apparently my ears don't work all the time, so sometimes I need Rambo to repeat things to me because otherwise I just don't hear them.
Hey, we need one more follower for 1,200 followers.
Are you serious?
Just one.
Just one follow.
Just one follow.
Oh my lord. Guys, tell your friends about Vigo's Court. Let's get that one more follow, reach that milestone of 1,200 followers on Twitch.
Is that a milestone?
Hey!
Is 1,200 specifically a milestone?
Hey, it's a milestone for me, dude. We just came back. This has been a whole 6 months of no Vigos. Like, I gotta take my wins when I can get my wins, all right? And we hit 1,200. I just want you to know, we hit it. We did it. We're at 1,200 follows.
Pipe down. We're at 1,199. Okay.
But Vara the kid just followed me or followed us this minute.
Oh, it's oh, there it is. It just showed on my screen. Yes! It's delayed.
See, I told you.
Oh,
all right.
Yay! Celebration. Okay, moving on.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you, whoever just followed. who just followed?
It was Vara the kid.
Shout out.
Ooh.
Let me give you a VIP status. Throw yourself in here and I'll give you VIP status.
My lord. Yeah, say hey in the chat, Vara the kid. Say hey in the chat. Thank you for getting us to 1,200 follows. All right, guys, and we are about ready to load into this match. Who do you think we see, Rambo, at this point?
They brought 2 med kits.
Did they really? So that's going to be another penalty for Metro bringing 2 med kits?
That's another penalty.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Let's confirm when we get into the match. I hope that we don't have 2 med kits because that would be unfortunate. Every point counts at this point,
especially in matches this close.
Yeah, I hope that they didn't actually bring 2 med kits. Oh man. And we do see 2 med kits. That's so sad. And we do see a DC. We see full reset.
Full reset. All right. So
And correct me if I'm wrong, Rambo, that is still a penalty, even though we are resetting, right?
Yeah, the points is non-negotiable. The reset on some rules is negotiable. It's on the team penalized against.
That is so sad. Guys, you can't make this up. Unfortunately, we do have 2 penalties in the same match against Metro. That definitely can be costly when we're talking about the end game here, trying to get this win, because this is still a really close game. The Killers are performing so well, keeping it neck and neck. If we had no penalties right now, we would have a 2-point difference. It would be 30-32 right now.
Yep, it's 5 points. I just wanted to double check.
Double checking rules. It is 5 points. All right. So minus another 5 points. That makes this a 12-point differential in Arctic Wolves' favor. We should see Metro's score go down to 20 here in a second, and we do. That is unfortunate indeed. All right, and so we are, it looks like we are ready to go now again. I am staying out of my out of the killer role and going straight into spectator. We are connecting right back. Really wish to see no penalties in this game, because I think those close scoring games are just so awesome.
We had one whole week in season 1 where there was not a single game that didn't have at least 2 penalties.
Oh my gosh.
And we've had 3 penalties the entirety of the tournament so far.
Yeah, these teams have been pretty good about not having penalties often.
Right. I'm very proud of people for reading the rules and understanding what they can and can't bring. And I do think that this was just an oversight.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Unfortunately. Taking that extra second just to make sure that you have the right build, have the right perks, everything. Ooh, do you see what I see? I see a Blight on Gas Heaven.
Oh,
Blight is very good on Gas Heaven, as we said when Jazzy was running Blight on Gas Heaven. Amazing. I'm actually excited to see Wispy's Blight, because I've heard good things about Wispy's Blight. And honestly, for Vigos in general, it's really nice seeing 2 really good Blights in the same league. We do see breaking Gas Heaven door. Oh, we do find at least 1 survivor. I think we saw 2 survivors in there. Wispy's gonna go ahead and chase the Meg, it looks like. And ooh, getting the quick hit on Meg there. Gonna go ahead and give chase here. Yes, we will give chase. And we saw Meg actually taunting a little bit. You catch that? Did you see that? That was kind of cool.
Because I'm setting up the scorecard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Meg was doing a little bit of a come here to the Blight. Oh, Meg going down, even though Blight got the stun. Unfortunate for the Meg. That will be a hook pretty early on, but I expect we may see a gen pop here soon. I think these other survivors are on the other gens, as that chase lasted a pretty okay amount of time. Oh, we do see a gen with progress here. Oh, we see a Tinkerer. We see 2 Tinkerers, so we know what gens are being progressed, and we know that this Blight is now in pursuit of these survivors. All right, and do we give up this gen? We don't give up this gen yet, but with that, with those 2 Tinkerer procs, I think one of these 2 gens are going to go down. I don't think there's a way that both gens end up surviving here. Another Tinkerer proc over there. Wispy knows what to do. Oh my gosh, we actually can pressure both of these. No way. I don't think that either of these gens are gonna fall, at least right now. Oh, unless we give up this gen.
Not to.
We didn't pressure that gen where the Tinkerer was. We went ahead and went to the other gen there. But I think that was actually the Nancy that was on the gen over there, so she may have abandoned because of the Tinkerer, in which case, we're fine. Wispy is not going to have a single gen pop, and they're going to secure a second Hook. That is amazing. And then we do see the Tinkerer proc, and it looks like Nancy is employing the same thing as the first time, trying to make sure they can get the unhook or apply Tinkerer to another gen, which they do. 3 gens were close at one point to having the having them complete. Oh, we have Blight looking at the pathing and getting another down through a pallet stun. This is amazing play by Wispy. We have 3 hooks already, and we have we have 4 gens left now. I was gonna say 5 gens left and 3 hooks. That is pretty insane. With that gen that did get complete though, possibly do have a little hug tech there. That was actually really exciting. We have 2 people on hook here, and you just chased the Meg away from both hooks. Nancy, it looks like, is over here. You may be able to really put a lot of pressure on these survivors. I wouldn't be surprised if we possibly see, yep, there's another down, and at this point leave Nancy slugged and go for the other survivors that are going to get unhooked. As we see here, we're seeing multiple injured survivors. This is really dangerous for our survivors now, as we could see a 4K with 3 or 4 gens left. Nobody's on a gen right now. Everybody's kind of frantically running, and we're seeing a snowball right now. I would expect Nancy gets up here, which we do see, so we are going to have 2 hooks again, and I think we might see Pingu die on hook unless they get over there. We'll probably see our Blight rush over to Pingu as fast as possible. No, our Blight is not going to rush over to Pingu. Our Blight is going to run the other direction here. Now coming back to cut off and possibly hit a Pingu. Oh, no, we ran right into a tree instead. Oh, swinging through the window, not there. Oh, no! Oh, no, Pingu got caught. Pingu was trying to be a little bit cheeky, and Blight said, haha, got you. Oh, man, unfortunate. And Pingu goes ahead and DCs, giving the max point possible to Wispy. We are seeing where the Claudette is located as well. I think Arctic Wolves is going ahead and saying, hey, we've got your number at this point, and we are coming to end this game. Nancy does have Deliverance, though, and likely will go to unhook our Meg in this case. We are looking at a potential mind game here. It's a really freaky mind game, giving me vertigo, Wispy. Why you do it to me? And we do see a hit. A hit! Amazing hit. Oh Lord, I'm still recovering, chat. I've got a little bit of vertigo from Wispy's like shaking of the mouse. I don't know if anybody else is in the same boat there, but this is we're seeing another down with a pallet stun. Wispy proving that they are a master of those at this current moment with the Blight. This is a very, very dominant performance from this Blight. Wouldn't you agree, Rambo?
Yeah, very. Absolutely.
We are seeing Nancy and our Fang both over here. Nancy going down first. Oh, I said Fang, but I actually meant Meg. My mistake. Sorry, Meg, you are definitely not a Fang. Meg is going to go ahead and get hooked first, confirming a kill. And then it looks like our, DC actually awarding full points. And then we are seeing Marcos, our Nancy, about to get hooked as well. And correct me if I'm wrong, Rambo, but the DCs actually get rid of the fact that the progressions happen and award full points for the hook, as if they got hooked, unhooked, and hooked again. So Metro's actually giving up points by DCing, having 2 DCs in that match, maybe feeling a little bit upset about their performance there, but those DCs actually further hurting their team.
That match is out of hand. It's over.
And that will clinch it.
That is the end of this match.
Indeed. And I have to ask, did those DCs affect that at all? Did the DCs push it out of reach? Would it have been within reach without those
39
DCs?
minus No, it was out of.
It was out of reach
either way.
before. All
Yeah.
right, so that is definitely GG's. Well played to both teams, and definitely a dominating performance from Wispy to go ahead and pull it back within reach originally for Arctic Wolves, and then to put it out of reach for Metro. Of course, having those 2 penalties for Metro not helping their cause. Amazing though, we do have Arctic Wolves convicted of murder in this case. So how does that affect our bracket, Rambo?
That means Arctic Wolves plays Undying Alliance next Saturday in the semifinals.
Ooh, that is going to be a really exciting game, I think. I'm definitely looking forward to it. That time will be to be decided for sure, but we will keep you posted. Make sure to join that Discord if you haven't already. That way you know when these games are occurring, all right? Well, are we going to have a post-game interview possibly from one of the Arctic Wolves players?
I don't think so.
Don't think so. Arctic Wolves just says, we already won. I'm just here so I won't get fined. All right, guys, our next game is tomorrow, right, Rambo?
Pretty sure it is. Let me just double. Tomorrow, 9 Eastern. Yes, tomorrow, 9 Eastern.
Tomorrow at 9
wait.
Eastern.
That still could change to Tuesday, though. So.
Could change to Tuesday? Okay.
Yeah. As it stands right now, we have a game tomorrow, 9 Eastern, but it could possibly change to Tuesday. These NA teams, since we're getting into the weekdays, it's kind of hard to get them scheduled right now. We were supposed to play everything today, but schedules clashed.
Yeah, I kind of can't help but to feel at fault for some of that, but I've got a schedule to uphold, I guess. All right, guys. So that will be all from us. Court adjourned. We will be looking for somebody to raid here. And Rambo, let me say, I want you to call the raid this time because I called it last time.
Can we raid those sisters from yesterday? Are they on? What were their names? I liked them.
Well, let me go back and look. I can see if they're on because I ended up giving them a follow.
The ones Drew suggested.
I want to say it would. I can't remember now. No, I can't find them. I do see.
Okay.
I do see several people on still here. Do you have somebody you want to raid?
Let's go D. Let's go back to D. We did D once already. Let's show some love to D again.
All right. Yeah, we're going to show some love to that one guy, D, again. Here, guys, and definitely make sure to show him some Vigo's love. I'm possibly trying to do some convincing, see if we can get him to come in as a potential caster at some point. So show him some love. Show him some love. All right, guys, and once again, Arctic Wolves is committed of murder.
Committed of murder.
They have committed murder. And then, yeah, you know, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to nominate a high five. I'm going to nominate a high five to myself, you know.
With yourself?
Yes.
Do you
because
like, are you a fan of touching yourself? Is that what it is?
Yes. Yes, I do. 100%. You have to love yourself before you can love others, okay? So I love myself. I've got a good relationship with myself, all right? All right, that's all from us, guys. Court adjourned. We'll see you next time in the fog.